Thank you. The final frame of this session, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Don't come a lot bigger, do they, in context of the match, especially as John Higgins has missed a lot of balls in this session, and if somehow he gets out 4-4 on the session, 8-all on the match, he'll be enjoying his early supper. And they haven't got long, have they, before the night session? They're only going to have probably an hour and a half. Maybe have quick time for something to eat, but no, not much time for a bit of practice.
Missed that by some way, but I think he was more intent on making certain he found a path for the cue ball to get back to the balk end. Ronnie will be looking to try and put this cue ball behind green and blue here. Well, he played the pot, so it did surprise me. And he's not got away with it. Now normally, we always say if you get in the jaws of the pocket, the red will stay at this end. It was one of those that didn't. Comfortable starter for John Higgins.
Thank you.
Another surprising miss from John Higgins. Has he covered it with the blue? John Higgins started this session with a 96% pot success. Down to 89 now. Well, that was a long, long way away.
Well, Steve Davis was suggesting that I was saying that Ronnie O'Sullivan's long game is not as bad as it. That was the proverbial mile away.
One.
Yes, this match resumes again this evening at 7 o'clock, and you can see the tension that's in the air by some of the shots that are being played.
Yeah.
So, if it's happening this early,
Spot, John, yeah.
goodness knows what it's going to be like tonight in that final session. One not to be missed.
Eight.
No angle to get on the black easily, so may have to play out for yellow or brown.
9.
Well, I'd like to finish a little closer to yellow and brown to make it an absolute certainty, but the red in the baulk pocket there means he doesn't have to do too much with this. But the next red to colour is not going to be straightforward. Whenever a red's right hanging over the pocket, it's not easy to get onto it. That's the reason he decided to play for the one loose red at the edge of the pack.
11. $12.
Well, he's not developed anything at this end, but he always knew the red to the far right corner was going to be available, and that's
19.
the red, the only one he's on.
$20.
Well, this is a key pot. If it wasn't for the pressure, this would be a
25.
Well, I'd fancy him 80 out of 100, 90 out of 100 getting this stun run through for the black, but I can just sense the way things are going this afternoon. There's a little bit left in this frame. But that was
26.
played nicely.
Well, I think you mentioned a few moments ago, Willie, that John
33.
Higgins comes out of this session all square. When you consider the
34.
poor run of the balls he had in the first few frames. But we know about the grit and determination of John. He's made mistakes, yes, but he's not dwelt on them.
41.
And there's a chance he can win this frame at this visit now.
$42.
And as for Ronnie O'Sullivan, well, he'll be a little bit disappointed. He's had chances to at least guarantee himself a two-frame lead going into the final session this evening.
Yes, and boy, will he know it, won't he, at that little hour and a half break he's going to have. I think that's at least a two-frame lead he should have had.
49.
John Higgins missed all those cuts. We can think of 5 or 6 different cuts he missed. It's only in the last frame and a half, though, that Ronnie's suddenly
50.
gone into his shell a little bit. He looked pretty at ease with himself until about now. I think the break's going to come right at the right time for Ronnie to get himself ready for the night session. Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? 16th frame, absolutely level on balls potted. Pot
57.
success, absolutely level at 90 each. And there's more to come.
58.
Exactly the same on safety. This is Ronnie's last chance, whether he doesn't get onto a red from here. And he's got onto one, so it should be end of frame. Should be 8 all going into the night session.
65. $66.
The pink took a 72 in front with just 67 remaining.
As usual, the crucial theatre, the crowd know exactly what's
72.
happening. sure everybody's enjoyed this session. We've had
73.
everything, and the only thing we haven't had is a century break. We've had balls missed, John. We've had bad safeties. We've had good breaks. We've had players. We've never known who's going to win a frame at any stage during the afternoon session. They've both had chances to win virtually every frame in this session, but the equation is that they've levelled again at 4 frames each to make it 8 all in total.
80.
As I said at the start of this afternoon session, that Ronnie would have been the most pleased of the two after the first session to come out 4 apiece. There's no doubt he's going to be the happiest after that 8 frames. So they shake hands. See you in about an hour and a half, where it will be played to a finish. John Higgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan, all square, 8 all.